Welcome back to Trek Outdoors, and in today's video I'll be showing you guys 3 different rods and reels that you guys can use, that you can find at the store if you're going to go pick one out. I keep it pretty basic, just so you guys can get a little feel for what the rods do and kind of like how to use them. So let's just jump right. This one I got here is a push button reel, as I like to call it. This is used mainly by beginners, so if you've been fishing for a couple months already, you probably won't want to use this one. It just doesn't work the greatest. I really wish I could have used a different one when I was younger, but it's just simple, helps you get into fishing, and it works pretty basic. All you gotta do is press the button in and then release it when you want to let it cast. Now all you're gonna do is you're gonna reel it in. Of course, it's gonna depend on what you're fishing for and what you're using. And there you go. That's all it does. There's nothing complicated to it. And the next one I got here is a spinning reel. This is probably the most used reel. This is just a lot nicer, a lot cleaner, and it works for almost every species of fish. It's just a lot easier to use, and you can just cast a lot better with it, a lot farther. So all you gotta do is open the barrel, hold the line here, and then you're just gonna take your hand off the line when you want to let it cast. And then you're just gonna flip this down when you want to start reeling it in. And again, it's going to depend how you reel it in, what you're using, and what you're going for. But this one is really nice. After you've been fishing for a couple months, I would recommend switching to this and getting to know how to use this a lot better. I love this one. This is probably my favorite reel out of all of them that I'm going to show you. And I just love it so much more than all of the other ones. It's just a lot easier to use, and I can use it for almost anything. Then the last reel I have is a bait cast reel. This one specifically I'm using is made for bass. It's just the reel is smaller and the rod isn't as big. And different versions of this reel is used a lot for pike and muskie, just because the reel is so much stronger. As a stronger fish, you're going to use a stronger rod and reel and line. I'm not going to get into line today, but it's just a lot more complicated, a lot more things you gotta try to figure out. But when you do get good at using it, it is really fun to use, and it does work amazing. So to start off, I'm just gonna show you guys. To let the line out, first you gotta press this. Alright, that's gonna release the line so that your bait can, if you're casting, you'll be able to cast. First you wanna be able to find how fast your bait falls so you can tune it so the line doesn't get caught nests and everything here. So how you do that is you got this little knob right here, and that's gonna change how fast the line comes out or how slow. And so you can see if I reel line all the way up and then I press the button, it's gonna fall, and the line is gonna just gently come out to the speed of the bait and how heavy it is. And then on the back here we also have this. This is gonna change how fast your line comes out of the reel and how slow it comes out of the reel. So if you go all the way to 1, turn all the way to 1 here, or turn all the way to 1, then your line is going to get all caught up and it's gonna be coming out faster than you can cast. And you're gonna get that. And that's not what you want. You got all this loose line in there, and that's gonna create too many problems. So if you're getting into these and you're starting to use one, I would start with probably turning this to 5. I'll show you guys how to do that in a second. Alright, yeah. So then if we turn this back to 5, just like that, then it'll come out a lot better. And it's gonna depend on how heavy your bait is too. Look at that. We have no loose line there. That's just what we want. And then pretty basic, all you gotta do is reel these things up, just like this. And again, it's gonna depend on what you're using and what you're fishing for. But like I said, the only thing you're gonna be using this for is bass. So, and the last thing we have on this reel is the drag, which is right here. You're gonna spin this for your drag and how high you need your drag and how low you need your drag. You just gonna use that. You cast it kind of like a push button reel, but it's a lot more complicated to use. And that's all I have for you guys. If you have any questions, just drop in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. See you next time.